Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Jason Sire. This is a bull thistle plant, which is a very, very useful plant. Super easy to identify because it's got these giant big spikes on the leaves, and it's really difficult to handle and to harvest. But if you can manage to harvest it carefully, plucking off a leaf like this, they are edible. You can use a knife, but what I've done in the past, I've actually used not a bull thistle, but another type of thistle plant, and I've used the leaves to make basically a jerky roll-up. I was eating alligator jerky, and used the thistle to wrap around the little bit of meat and make myself kind of a makeshift sandwich wrap, and it, you know, got the job done. When you're hungry, it works. But anyway, this leaf here is edible, and it tastes, once you make sure you get all the little spines off. You got to be really careful about that. You make sure you get all of them off. Like I've left a straggler right here. I want to make sure I get that off, because if that gets stuck in your throat, that will be extremely unpleasant for you. But once you get them all cleaned off and you're pretty pleased with how it's looking, examine it top to bottom, you can take a bite out of it, and it tastes kind of like celery.
Artichoke.
Celery and maybe broccoli. Like a mixture of celery and broccoli together. It's kind of what it tastes like. Not bad, not super, super flavorful, but it's definitely got a flavor to it. The flower and the fresh flower stalks are edible and can be cooked down and put into stews and whatnot. The roots are edible. They're you want to harvest those in the second year. This is a second year plant. The first year, they're not going to have this big tall stem like this. It's going to be kind of a circle of leaves with a small little root system. It's going to have a small circle of leaves down here on the ground and then a little bit of roots in the bottom. But now in the second year, it's sprouted up in this big stalk and has started to flower. And then you can harvest the roots and actually eat those. Lots of medicinal properties to this plant. Everything from diarrhea to rheumatism. It is a hemostatic agent. The Native Americans have used this plant to relieve jaw pain. They've used mashed up like a poultice of the leaves and applied it to the jaw to relieve some pain there. It's a diuretic, and it will help with all kinds of intestinal type issues like diarrhea specifically. It will help block you up a little bit if you've got the runs going on from drinking bad water out here. Who knows? So, I've cut the leaves away, and I'm going to see if I can get down to the roots and see what they look like. I have no personal experience harvesting the roots, so I wanted to kind of get some eyeballs on them. Oh, my digging stick broke, but that's okay. I'll see what I can do here. There we go. See what kind of root I can get. Not much on this particular plant. I might have broke part of it off, but as with most wild edibles, it's always a little bit disappointing when you're comparing it to, you know, like a farm-grown potato. But something like that could be taken, scrape off the outside, the dirtiness, boil it up, put it in a stew. The Native Americans would dry them and store them through the winter. If this is early spring, so they might even grow a little bit bigger. The root system might get longer. There's a big piece of it right there. So it might have a chance to get even bigger, and we could harvest up a bunch of these and get some starches out of them. So here's a good example of the first year of the plant's growth, and these would be really good leaves to harvest. They're going to be nice and tender. The spikes on them aren't as large, and this would be the one that you'd want to harvest for the leaves if you're going to add it to a salad or something like that. But the to my left here is the second year growth. It grows this big stem, it's got the flowers, and then you could be able to harvest the roots as well. A very, very useful plant, and something that you should probably look into more if it grows in your area. And the bull thistle grows in quite a few areas. So if it grows near you, check it out, look into the different uses for it and applications for this plant. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.